Hi, my name is Kim Putman. I'm a sociology instructor at Oregon Coast Community College. I also work with fire survivors of the Echo Mountain Fire here in Lincoln County. And in my not so generous spare time, I'm writing a book about social problems with the State of Oregon Open Oregon Project. This book, once written, will be free to all students. But this isn't really about me, it's about you. You may be feeling overwhelmed or stressed out with everything that's facing you right now. Between COVID, wildfire recovery, housing shortages, and other issues, life in Lincoln County can be challenging. I'm excited to be offering Social Problems, a sociology course that is specifically designed to talk about all of that, about how these problems arise for all of us, about how they impact people differently, and most importantly, what can be done about them. With Bethany Grace Howe, the Executive Director of Echo Mountain Fire Relief, teaching with me, we will all learn more about homelessness, health, mental health, death and dying, and addiction, among other topics. Much more than that, we will explore what it means to rebuild a community after disaster strikes. We don't pretend we have all the answers. It takes all of us asking the questions and sharing our wisdom to create those.
Hi there, I'm Bethany. You may recognize me from one of my gazillions of Facebook posts and videos talking about the recovery from the Echo Mountain Fire. But what a lot of people don't know is that I'm also Dr. Bethany Grace Howe. I've got a PhD in communications and what you might call a sociological background on why people do the things they do and how they're impacted from doing the things they don't want to do. I mention this because even though it might not seem obvious, those things have played a role in the recovery from the Echo Mountain Fire. I use what I've learned every day. For instance, you might think to yourself that it's pretty obvious that if you have money, recovery's faster. Might seem pretty obvious that if you're educated, recovery's faster. What may not seem quite so obvious, however, is how education impacts recovery, because it's not a straight line, as many people might think it is. Also, how do things like race, LGBTQ status, and other factors impact the recovery of a community? I mention this because as you look around the recovery of Echo Mountain and you see construction ongoing, people are asking questions. Why are some people back? Why are some people not? Why have some things moved so quickly for some, and for others, the recovery seems to have barely begun? Well, I'm not going to pretend to you that we've got all the answers, but I can tell you that we have some of the ability to start answering those questions in a way that not only allows us to help rebuild Otis, it's going to allow us to build a more resilient community. And if that's something you'd like to understand better and be a part of, we would love to have you.